mean, much better. Okay. I mean, alright, much better. Need I will start actually. Kind of did want to start with just like just leaving the thing on in the background. There we go. That's me. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so, weird. Odd that it does this, though. Okay. Oh, that is bizarre. Well, okay, so I am gonna start playing this game. Eventually. Xbox controller. third playthrough. I've gone from 9.5 hours to 6 hours to, let's see if we can break it down to even fewer. But I've never gotten more than 181 glyphs validated, apparently. Which, by the way, is like, I don't know. I don't know what the minimum amount is that you need to, like, actually finish the game. Like, I'm sure there is a minimum amount, but I maybe this time we'll figure out the last 5. But give me 1 second. Am I loud enough on the stream? I guess I could just look at OBS and see what's louder. I'm not. Alright, how about now? I probably am louder than the game now. Good. And then... Alright, I'm sorry. It's taking a long time to do this. You get points or something for them? How do I win? I have no idea. Honestly, I just prefer YouTube so you can like go backwards and see what's happened. But hello, Morphus. I have a lot of problems with this game, but I also enjoy it a lot. Oh, maybe should I move my camera? How does the audio sound, Morphus? Should I be at the top? Is that weird? Maybe let's stay with this for a second, and let's just see how it works. Anyway. Can't remember the sprint button. Do I not learn sprint until the next level? Alright, so the main thing that I really dislike about this game is that the camera is fixed. I hate fixed camera games. Sounds good. Okay, thank you. But regardless, I think the languages that you have to decode really make up for the what lacks in gameplay. I'm a big fan of this type of thing. Okay, so it's covering up all the tutorial. We'll just see. We'll just see how the camera, if the camera should move. Yeah. Anyway. So this is the basic tenet of how the game works. You have like, you encounter glyphs, and then you have to decide whether, or infer really from the context, what each of the glyphs means. So we can assume the position that it's in right now. The door means closed. So probably the top sign means closed. So that is the, okay. So the top one means closed, but there is a repeating symbol in each of them. So we can assume that what's different between the two things is what is communicating the closed part, and what's the same is probably communicating the door part. And that is pretty, like, I don't know, not like basic, but that's pretty standard, like, deducing techniques that you have to do as a linguist. So the top one, oh, so I'm actually, what am I? Oh, I'm on the top one. So I'm going to assume this means open, and I'm going to assume this means door, and I'm going to assume this means closed. Okay. And let's test the hypothesis and pull down. All right. Working hypothesis. That means open. That means closed. We'll be able to like test that hypothesis very shortly. Can I turn off the tutorials? Like, I don't need that. Resolution, iPhone, full screen. Controls. I mean, surely I can just turn. No. Okay, never mind. They'll go away eventually. But so, open, closed, open, closed, open. I love this game. It gives you like an opportunity to test your hypotheses like almost immediately. It gets a little bit more complicated, of course, but oh wait, I don't even remember what I said. Open, closed, open, closed, open. I can remember that part. Open. Open. Close. Open. Alright, so the other thing that I really dislike about this game is how slowly you move. Do I have this right? Open, open, closed, open, closed. Open, closed, open. Ah, I messed up. Okay. Open, open, close, open, close, open. No. Alright, I want this one. Eek! It's just, I'm such like a, I don't know. I'm an FPS gamer. I don't know, man. I want things to be more precise, and I want it to be first person. I feel like that sort of like mistake that I was just making with the joysticks, it would not have happened if this was FPS or just first person, but yeah. Honestly, I think the audio is a little loud, even for me, so I'm gonna just lower that a tiny bit. That'll be better. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely louder than the audio. Good. Okay, and so as this will be explaining, I will get 100% confirmation about my hypotheses once I put it into my notebook as such, and I can move forward. I have an idea of what is going on here. And another thing that I actually dislike about this game is that it fills in and it starts to like translate the languages into English for me, which I think is fine, but it's very inconsistent, and it gets really inconsistent on, I think it's level 3 of the game, where you're in this like paradise looking place, and that language that you learn there has such a super interesting syntax, but they translate it into English as if you're speaking Yoda, and it's just garbage. Like, if you're going to translate everything into English, why would you not like abide by the rules of English when you're doing the translations? But anyway, so this person says something to me, and then he says, or they say this to me. So I'm gonna assume that the first thing he says is gonna be some sort of greeting, because that's what people normally say to each other. And then this part I don't remember. So that's the best part about like playing this game every year, is that you start to like forget. Ah, there we go. So he says some sort of greeting, and then he says something after the greeting, and then now he's giving me a command. And so I'm gonna assume, because he also kind of like pointed, that this means that this part, so I know the open and I know the door part, I'm gonna assume that he's talking directly to me, and I'm gonna assume that this is you, but in like fancy linguistic terms, this means second person singular. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that means second person singular. I forget how to do it, so you just press OK. Okay, so see if I'm right. I'm gonna open the thing. Pretty good confirmation that that first symbol means you. Oh, dang it. I'm starting to remember some of the dialogue now. The other thing I really hate is that you're like stuck in these stupid like cutscenes and you can't move until the AI stops moving. But now I'm gonna talk to this person one more time. Blank open door. I know what happens here, so let's just see what happens. Okay, blank is gonna open the door. I can assume now that that blank means I, or I will open the door, is the type of meaning. And again, I can put that all together, and I can just like, I don't have to wait for him to move, but I have to wait for him to move. Okay, so the second thing he just said, the issue with this is like, I would like to go back. I don't remember which. I'm assuming this was the one, and it kind of has something in common with this. It has the same line, kind of as the base. So if I'm going to assume that both of these are pronouns or things referring to humans, which is kind of what a pronoun is, I'm going to say that this is me or I, or in fancy linguistics terms, first person singular. Okay. So he's telling me to do something, and I'm going to assume that it is to cross over. So you blank. And so the action that I just did was cross over. I can kind of assume that that's what that was. So the thing he just said was this, so cross. So, okay, so let's test our hypotheses. I said that this was greeting. I said this was you, and I said this was me. Greetings, you, me. I prefer the terms first person singular and second person singular for a lot of reasons. I guess I don't know what like I want the point of the stream to be but I'm just going to talk about things that I like to talk about in terms of linguistics. We've talked a lot about hypothesis testing, which is really interesting in terms of like language learning as well, but it's also important in terms of like language documentation. But this thing about using the terms first person singular versus second person singular is not because I'm an asshole like linguist in my ivory tower. It's because there is like a slight difference between the words me and I, of course, but they do refer to the same person. They refer to the first person, which means whoever's talking, and only that first person, whoever's talking, and no one else. Because we can say things like we, and that's me plus other people, and that's first person plural, but me first person singular encompasses both me and I, which is why I like to use that, and that's the way I'm going to be using it in the way that I play the game. Okay. All right. So I know I'm just talking to myself and or Morph and my brother. Thank you for joining, by the way. But I guess that's kind of the point. So I don't really know what he said the first time. See, I would have appreciated that this first, like, these little things can tell me, like, what he said before. I'll open the door. Okay, whatever. That's translated into English. Literally, it says, I open door. Okay. And then, oh yeah, I want to look at the other one. No. Thank you. Okay. So he says, greetings. And now I'm going to go back to this. You blank me. So I can kind of assume now that this blank, what did I just do for this person? I'm going to say I helped them. So I'm going to assume help is what that means. Okay. So that is all of the glyphs currently in our notebook. That is either translated or just like preliminarily glossed. Glossing is like the fancy term that linguists use to talk about how do I explain glossing? Glossing is like giving definitions. It's more precise than translating. Translating is like getting the message across, but glossing is literally word for word, sound for sound, meaning for meaning, what is going on. So I'm glossing, not translating. Okay. All right. So let's see what this guy says. You open the door. All right. Easy.
Oh.
Me cross. See, this is the reason why I don't like me. Me being the translation of that. First person singular crosses. I cross in that sentence it would have been. But it's not going to translate that because it doesn't know for sure what the verb is. What are you saying? You close the door. They can kind of get away with it with you in English because second person singular, nominative, and accusative cases are exactly the same. You cross. Okay, that's what he wants me to do. This is really good evidence about what cross means, what I think cross means. Okay. All right, so you help me. All right, I'm going to assume I have help right, and I'm going to do this. Okay, now I go over, and this is the only thing that I can do, even though I'm not receiving any like linguistic communication to like do that thing. I'm just gonna assume that that's the thing that I do. And yeah, I can see the chat, Dave. Okay, so that presumably did nothing, but of course this is my third playthrough. I know that you kind of just have to like work within the language of the game. Kind of like the unspoken rules about it, which I, again, am not the most... Ooh, that did not do the thing that I wanted it to. Okay, good. I'm glad this is happening because I can't remember what happens here. Okay. I think I might... This was unaffected when I did that. What am I doing? I'm so ridiculously... This is what I don't like about this game. I don't like that some of the other inferences you have to make. Again, that was probably really obvious, and I'm sure like the developers wanted this to be really obvious, but I don't know. I'm much better at being a linguist than I am at being the type of gamer who plays this game. Again, I'm an FPS gamer. This is not the game for me. Son of a bitch. I was right. I have to go back. Okay, I'm gonna keep this open. No. I have to close it. Yes, I have to close it. Sheesh. These are the parts of the game that I'm really bad at. Sheesh. Okay. Alright, and I'm gonna assume, based on the logic of that thing going, that this water is just gonna go completely away. Okay, I have that right. Thank goodness. Alright. Quick, I gotta meet up with them. That's my friend. What's up, dude? It'd be cool if they was a little more interactive. Ooh, goodbye. Okay, so I guess there's just like a few things like that I'll pause to say here. I had glossed this as greetings. Greetings, of course, you can say like at the beginning of a conversation. That's normally what we know that as, but I'm sure a lot of people are like familiar with like a language like Hawaiian that has like aloha, meaning both hello and goodbye. So greetings, whatever, salutations can be either or in this language. Another thing that I wanted to like touch on is that like door is like a pretty big category for this language, which is probably something that happens in a lot of languages. Same thing with the Hawaiian example. That the word for door, I wouldn't call those doors in English. with the levers and opening those like gates. I would call them gates, I think. But a gate is a type of door, if you think about it. So that's what's going on. Just a few other reflections. Okay. Cool. I love this game so much. I love this game until I hate it. I'll get frustrated very quickly with, like, for example, if my character's right there and I can't see him, that's so stupid. Like, why is the camera fixed? Why does right stick do nothing? It's such garbage, but the language puzzles in this game are so good that it doesn't matter, per se. Okay. So this is one of my favorite parts about this, and it hasn't been long enough for me to like totally forget all of what the glyphs mean here, but I want to draw your attention to a few things going on here. So I had said that this means you and this means me. The other kind of like reason to use glosses instead of translations, like I or you or me, is that when we say something like me, we're communicating two types of information, like I mentioned before. We're communicating it's the first person, whoever the speaker is, and that it's the singular. It's only whoever the speaker is. And so that's actually two pieces of information, because we can keep this whoever the speaker is and we can replace it with something else. We can say first person plural, me plus another person, at least one other person in English. And anyway, so what I'm trying to get at is that there is a commonality between the things that I glossed as pronouns. So we see two pieces of information here. We see this L looking thing and then these dashes. And then we see this L looking thing and then this like 3 parts of a square thing. And so what I'm going to assume is that this L is the same L in these other things. L looking symbol. We have 2 of them, which is interesting. Which I know what that means already, but I won't spoil it for anybody watching. But I'm gonna assume that this portion, so there is like common information in these 2 things. They both denote people. So I'm gonna assume that this, without the information, the specific information of first person singular, maybe this just means person, is what I'm gonna assume. And then this part, I have no idea what this means. And this part, I also have no idea what it means. It's based off of this image. There's a sun involved. There's part of the message missing, so it's hard to make a guess. But the game will give you a lot of like half puzzles for you to figure out later down the line. But you can put your hypotheses in, test them, and then maybe come back to this at a future time. So person, blank, blank, blank. Ooh, why would it be person? I would love to hear why you would think it would be person in the chat. Oh, okay. Blank, blank, person. All right. So we don't 100% know that I'm right about person. But we have this symbol. We know that this is probably a sentence. Like, person, sorry, whatever this is, the sun, perhaps. Let's call this the sun. Right, that is probably the best, like, a good idea. It's probably the sun. And then, so the sun does something to person. Or if I'm wrong about the syntax of this language, which refers to the ordering of the words, the person or the people are doing something to the sun. I believe, I don't think I can like go back to previous things, but I believe from before it was you help me, right? And you open the door from previous sentences that we have so far. So that tells me that this sentence is about what the sun does for the people instead of what the people do for the sun. It's something. I don't know what the verb is, but I can assume that the sun is the one doing the verb based on the syntax that I know already. And again, that just means like the ordering of the words. Okay. Pretty obscured, but it's giving it away that this is person, and then some other type of special person. Okay. It's person plus another thing. Maybe this is another pronoun. We have the same, like, we have enough, like, evidence to, like, assume this is another pronoun, or it's another type of person. We haven't encountered this person before. We will pretty soon, though. Okay. Can't go in there. All right. Special person does something to the sun. Yeah, I know. It's pretty ridiculous, but it's for me. This game is for me, and I've never had a game specifically made for a linguist. But yeah, see, this I have no idea what this means. This is like a free concept, so many credits. I'm gonna say 0, probably 0. Unfortunately, I am allowed to teach y'all Spanish though, and those are normally 3 credit courses. So you have to enroll though. Go to Indiana University. Yeah, so I have no idea what's going on with this cultural artifact. These people on the left here, I don't know. They do something. I don't know how adjectives and nouns work in this language yet. I have too, thank you. And then there's something missing here, and then there's something missing here. So this is a lot of unknowns in that cultural artifact. Okay. So this one's a lot easier to understand. Yes, you do, Johnny. Adjectives and nouns? We know that... Alright, I'm going to show you that you know stuff about adjectives and nouns, even if you don't think you do. What sounds better? A big red car or a red big car? I'll put it in the chat. What sounds better to you guys? Exactly. Number 1 is better. You do know stuff about adjectives and nouns. And of course, we can't say something like car red either, right? That's how it works in Spanish. Doesn't work that way in English. A lot of other languages differ in where they put these adjectives in relation to the noun. Which the adjectives is just big and red, and then car is the noun. And so I'm bringing this up because of this. Oh, dang it. All right, hold on. I'll get back to this. I'm bringing up the adjectives and the nouns because of this cultural artifact. Because I don't know if these ones down here. So I think that this is the sun. I think that means sun. But I don't know if this means building or not, or some sort of temple. Kind of looks like things on top of each other, which could be like, metaphorically, a building. Buildings have things on top of the other things. And so is this building sun? Is this the sun building? Or is this is this a type of sun? Anyway, I'm not explaining this well, but Johnny, you do know stuff about adjectives and nouns. You just showed me. No, this is not a real language. This is an indie game. I don't know who the developers are, actually. I wonder if they have that in the help. Sun Temple. Yeah, that's probably a good. That's what my hypothesis is as well. Sun Temple. Yeah, I don't know who I can't remember who the developers are, but they made all of these fake languages. In linguistics, we call them conlangs, or constructed languages. And there's 4 conlangs in this game that are meticulously like organized in a way that you can like learn them through encountering context clues. So anyway, they're not real languages. In fact, when they are talking to you, they're just like "Mar, mar." They're all like Steve from Minecraft, or is that right? Is it Steve? Or a villager? They all sound like villagers from Minecraft. Yeah, people really get off on creating languages, and I'm like, I would never. I think it would be fun to do one, to make your own language, but it's just a lot of work and not. Yeah, a morph. How do you know that word, morph? You've read the ancient texts? Wait, have I already said the word morpheme? Is that why you're saying that? I can explain what a morpheme is if anyone wants, but it's very fun. You blank cross door, blank blank close door. Okay. Shoot, I didn't do a thing back here. Alright, so hold on. In theory, when your notebook shows up with this screen, it's like telling you, oh, you have enough information that you can figure out what all of these things are. So I remember that this symbol was used to refer to these guys. My wife has a minor in literacy. Oh, sick. Okay, that's right. She's an education person. Is that where you get the name morph from? It's from morpheme? Okay. So I'm going to go with Johnny's hypothesis here that this word means temple. I'm going to assume that this is the bad guys who we see here, okay, who are preventing these people from going in the door. And when did we encounter this? When did we encounter this morpheme? Is it over here? Which one is it? Oh, I just added that, so I should only know this. I'm wrong. Okay. Where have we encountered somebody that looks like that? Oh, maybe that's just the generic human. Oh, it's not. Maybe this is it? So this is kind of like cheating. Just to like do the process of elimination. So if I throw all of these in and I'm wrong, that means I'm wrong about something else here. So, fudge. Okay. I'm just gonna check my hypotheses one more time. Check the evidence at hand. Maybe this is... Maybe this is wrong. So maybe I'm wrong about this being temple. And maybe this is the word for building. Okay. So let's kind of like fudge the rules here and just try everything else out. So I think this is... Oh, damn it, I'm wrong again, dude. Wow, maybe I'm not as good at this as I thought I was. Okay, so I'm definitely wrong about something here. And it's because I don't have enough information here. But we shall see. I'm gonna put this in here. I'm gonna say, Johnny, temple. Okay. Johnny thinks this is a temple. What else? I'm very positive about the other ones. Also, temple? Okay. Alright, and... how do I can't remember how I get rid of this stuff in here. I don't think I can. If I already put it in there, I don't think I can. Anyway. So your wife's just, like, talking about morphemes to you? That's pretty cool. Alright. You blank cross door. Blank blank closed door. So these warrior type people have closed the door. I'm a little unfamiliar with this. This is grammatical information. This is like, I think this is modal information, so sort of like, let's say should. Maybe this is should. You should cross the door. Or I want you to cross the door. I don't know. Not enough information. It's just in a position where I would like expect. Huh. Mimi, Johnny Temple, cross Temple. This looks wrong. I feel pretty strongly now that this is probably a verb and not Johnny's Temple. Sorry, this is some sort of verb. Ooh, wait, I have a better idea. Maybe this is a modal verb. Maybe this is want. Maybe this is want cross temple. And maybe the word for cross is like also the word for enter, which is not that big of a leap, in my opinion. Okay, so at this point, if anyone's actually watching, we can, I'm noticing this like person-person thing, like this doubling. Me, and then you help me, okay? Like I said before, words like me encode two types of information, the person and the number. And one common way to make things plural is in the world's languages. Like in English, like we have like, we put the S at the end of things. One dog, two dogs, there's two, we put the S. That is an example of a morpheme. Z is a morpheme that means plural, means many. In some languages, instead of something like that, instead of having an S at the end of a word, you can just say the word twice, and that means plural, that means multiple of those things. So there's languages like Mi'kmaq, spoken in, it's an indigenous language in the Americas. I can't remember where, I think it's in Canada. But this is the way that they do it. They say, instead of saying bottles, they say bottle, and that means bottles. So Mimi probably means we, just because I know how other languages work. But if you weren't a linguist, I think you also probably have gotten enough evidence that this means something similar. Okay. All right. So this guy is identifying himself. He's saying, I'm a thing. I'm this type of person. I am a... Oops. I am a... These guys are dressed in fancy gear. I know what this is. I know it because I've played this 3 times. I'm going to say he's a priest. Okay. All right, what else does he say here? I'm a priest. Sun blank me. Don't know what that means. Sun blank me. Sun temple. We want cross. Sun temple. Sun temple. All right, now I feel pretty strongly that this is just temple. Okay. So I feel so I'm really surprised that this is not the right answer. I just don't know who that is. Because that's the way that I look, right? I look like that. My character, I mean, looks like that. I feel strongly that that's temple. I feel strongly that that's... I'm not sure what I'm getting wrong here. Let's try this again with... Ah, okay. So it's not about the temple here. It's just about the sun. Okay. Ah, okay. So I would not have assumed that this means God. I would have assumed that this meant sun. But now I know. So man or human, this is a devotee, I see. Okay. And this is a warrior. Okay. Cool. So I could go back and try to talk to these people, but I don't really care that much. I haven't talked to this person yet, so. God temple. We want cross temple. Warrior, warrior. I feel like this is not should anymore. Based on that, do not think this is should. This is some sort of negative verb. It's a bad verb. They do something. The warriors do something to the devotees. Warriors lock the door. Okay. When did I learn lock? When did I learn the word for lock? Oh, I learned it up there. Okay. Close and lock. Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's see what this guy says. Whoa. The fuck kind of language is that? So this is the second language. This is what the warriors speak. Again, we're not really gonna get into any of that until much later. But they have some fun. You can see how like different the symbols just look. I love all of the thought that's gone into this. This is the same exact thing. Everybody's saying the same sentence. I'm not gonna be this thorough the rest of the game, but you know, okay. So everybody's saying the same sentence. All right, I've talked to everybody here. I didn't check out what this guy was doing, but I know that he has a game because I've played this a lot. Alright, I don't remember the point of this game either. Okay, I remember the point of the game. Okay, I just want to point there. I had God, he had warrior. Okay. He gets a point there. Okay. I have just regular person, he had devotee. Okay. For keeping track at home. Okay, I have a devotee. He got God. Damn, that sucks. I do remember how this game works now. Alright, big money, big money, big money. Come on. Ah, shucks. I'm gonna lose. Okay. L in the chat. I'm gonna play this again. So it's ordered from left to right. Person, devotee, warrior, god. Which is a big hint already. Alright, I got devotee, he got god. Dude, this guy is awesome at this game. It's also totally luck. I don't think you win anything if you get this. I'm gonna say this is god. Come on, give me god. Fudge. Dude! Alright, I gotta do the reverse sweep on him. Big money. Oh, that's literally the worst option you could have gotten. Okay. Alright. I think that the point of this game is to learn about the cultural hierarchy. I'm gonna try to win one more time. But it's already ordered in the way. Who's above who in the cultural hierarchy. Okay. Every time I get devotee, he gets god. Every time. Every time. This game's rigged. I'm gonna stick to my guns and go with number one. Can I quit? Bruh. Alright. Come on. Number one has gotta be god. Oh, okay. Pretty good chances of winning here. He gets God. That's crazy. Okay. I'll come back to that guy when I'm not ready to rage quit. Okay. All right. Okay, is this a new symbol? Have we learned this yet? No. All right. So this has within it the symbol for temple. Type of temple. Okay. Let's see if we can go in. Oh, I forgot this level has cats on it. In it. Cats in it. Oh, is he gonna say something? Oh, he didn't say anything. What a jerk. You can pet the cat. He purrs for you. It's pretty wicked. This is why this is the best game. It's because of the cats. Oh, shoot. A hooligan. Okay, maybe I'm wrong about want. So this person clearly wants me to chase them. Okay, where did I say want was? Maybe he does. Maybe it was like a question. You want me? And he goes and runs. So I'm not gonna change it yet. Okay. Couldn't have gone left. Oh, sorry, couldn't have gone right. Sorry. Maybe he went down. I can't do anything down here. Ah, there he is. Okay. You blank me. All right, so I'm assuming this means found. So find. Also, I'm gonna be putting these words in without any verbal morphology. Kind of in the same vein as like not putting in me or you. Find is like the base of the word found. Right? It's what that means without any past tense marking on it. So I'm assuming that there's no past tense morphology in this game. And I know that from playing it 3 times. Okay. You find me. You want me. Okay, I'm pretty sure this means chase. I'm gonna be honest. Chase or want. Okay. I guess if you chase something, you want it. Like, that's not too big of a difference. I think you meant this way, right? Any confirmation this is where you went? Ooh, yeah. Alright. This person is just chilling. Hello! Ah, sick. You find me. There we go. That is good evidence. Okay. See that? I hate that. I hate that I have to wait for him to like look at me and then run away off camera before I'm even able to move my character. That is such... I wish they would remake this game, or in the sequel to this game, they would make you have a little bit more autonomy over what happens with the camera. And again, it's just like the first person shooter in me. But I can't stand having a fixed camera. It's terrible. Yeah, pursue. Pursue, I like that. Kind of encompasses the both meanings. So you get to this part and you don't really know what's going on here. You see a devotee and you see them speaking in their language, and then you, in theory, would be translating this. You don't really start to do that until the very last thing. But this is the game's fast travel. Just so you are aware of what's going on. It took me a long time to figure out what the hell that was the first time. Okay. Oh, I hear him. I got my Artist War audio. You find me. Let's go. Okay, new word. Me, negative, some sort of negative verb. Me cross a type of temple. Bye. Okay. I'm honestly, the music's way too loud, dude. Alright. There we go. See, I would love to be able to move my character right now, but I have to like... Anyway. Alright, let's see. Okay, so at some point he said hide. I know, what did I say was find? This is find. Okay. Let me, because I'm assuming he says I'm gonna go hide. You find me. Is there any way to make this faster? Because Jeepers Creepers, bro. Cross. Alright. Well, I'm not 100% sure about what hiding is. It's not that one. It's not that one. This is a place. Okay, cross is wrong. Okay, that's wrong. Gotta be this, right? What? Excuse me. It's not that? Chase want. Something's wrong here. Look for, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. Look for. Okay, that one is look for. Okay. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. Where's the cross one? Ah, there we go. Seek and want. I don't remember if that's the one that I said was a modal verb, but seeking and wanting is a type of modality. Booletic. Booletic modality, if you're interested. That's what we would call it. But anyway. Am I right about that? Hold on. I'm gonna look that up. Booletic. Booletic modality is participant internal while possibly intransitive and disconnected, obviously. No. Okay. Involves personal decision making, personal preference. I'm right about this. That's what booletic modality is. Okay. All right. I'm sure you guys aren't interested in what that means. It would take a while to explain anyway. This is interesting. The last time I played this game, I wasn't really like a big expert in tense aspect and mood. But now I know a lot more about tense aspect and mood. The devotee hates, some sort of dislike verb. Blank you me. I don't know what that means. You me, go past temple. So interesting. I guess since I've been talking about pronouns and stuff, this you me thing might be another way to like say we or like we'll go past the temple. As an inclusive we. As in me plus the person I'm talking about, versus the other we that we saw earlier, which was just me, is an exclusive we. There are a lot of languages that do that. I studied this language in Mexico, called Mixteco, or Mixtec. The people in that language don't pronounce it that way. They say Mixteco, or Ansabi. And they make this distinction between a we, which includes the person you're talking to, and a we that does not include the person you're talking to. So inclusive and exclusive we. So that's an interesting thing. Because he says you, me, not... Oh my gosh, I can't move yet. See, why did it have to be that long for him to, like, move? Alright. I don't remember the thing that he said, but he just distracted the devotee. I see. We're on the inside of the thing that I was checking out before. Alright. See, this part needs to be a lot faster. Got it. The royal we, that is an interesting question. Royal we is like, in some languages, actually in a lot of languages, making something plural means making it more respectful. To refer, like a long time ago, in English we used to have two words that meant you. We had you, like we have it now, and we had thou, which I'm sure everyone will remember from Shakespeare and whatever, having to read it in Shakespeare. So you and thou. Thou was the singular and you was the plural. And we have, just like I and me, we had thou and thee. That's not the subject versus the object form, or the nominative versus the accusative form. And we had you, and we also had ye. But over time, thou and thee started to go away, and well, yeah, there was a time when y'all didn't exist, because you just meant plural anyway. So and it still technically means plural if, like, we're being honest. Like when we say something like you are going to the store, are is already plural. We don't say you is going to the store, at least not in the version of English that I speak. That's because you is underlyingly, morphologically plural. You are, not you is. Just like he is singular, but they are is supposed to be plural, and we are is plural. You are should sound weird to us, but it doesn't. Not anymore. But anyway, you was historically the plural option of thou, okay? And then this royalness that you're kind of like talking about, David, is that people started using you to refer to people like to God, and to talk about like people they respected more. They would use you with them. And then eventually, as thou went out of favor, you just kind of encroached on all of that territory. And so this word that we used to use just for like people we really respected, like saying you to somebody meant, oh my gosh, you're so important. You're more important than one person. You're plural people. That's kind of like the same idea as the royal we. And this happens in a lot of languages where the plural form just ends up being the whatchamacallit, the more respectful form, and the singular form is the less respectful form. It's like saying you're like not as important. You're so unimportant. You're just one person, versus this royal we. I'm so important. I'm multiple people. Anyway, no, I want the tangents. This is kind of like the point. I love this game so much, even though I hate it. I hope I explained that okay. Oh, okay. I see, he was looking my way. The other thing that really sucks about this game is these stealth scenes. They really suck. They're really poorly made. And, yeah. And I can go, okay. It doesn't really matter. Oh, dang it, I wanted to hear what he had said before, but I'll be able to go back to the dialogue boxes before. You, me, negative verb, go past temple. The devotee closed the door. Okay. This is something. This person is looking for something. Okay. I know what he's looking for. I know what this word means, but we're gonna figure it out through context clues. He's looking for something. Wait, did I already get seek? Oh, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. This is the thing we're probably looking for. It is a key. So I'm gonna gloss this as key. Okay. You find key. You, me, something. I don't know what that means. Maybe this is an adjective. Maybe this is like a positive adjective. He's attributing something good to both of us, right? Could be positive adjective, cannot be. All right, I gotcha. What's he saying to me now? Okay, that's the same exact thing. Like this, I hate being this far away from my character and them doing something. Like, I just want to be like, why do I, as a player, need to be all the way back here? It's terrible. I'm going to stop complaining about... Oh, wait, shoot. Ah. Okay, bye. At some point, we learned the word ascend. I feel very unsure about all of these. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go back and look at his dialogue box. Maybe the adjective that I thought he was attributing to us, maybe that was the word for ascend. Let's see. The devotee closed the door. Seeking one. Okay, I did already get seeking one. Okay. Alright. Didn't he also say... I'm gonna assume this is the... At some point he said ascend, right? You, me... Oh, positive adjective is the ascend one. Probably. He said devotee closed the door. I'm lost on this. I don't remember. Let's assume that that means ascend as well. So let's, instead of positive adjective here, let's call it pos adj or ascend. Two options. Okay. This really does nothing. It's just to teach you the game mechanic that you can get behind other people and pretend to be like them. Which is fine. It's pretty obvious what you should be doing. Okay. Ooh, we have a cultural artifact. God. Blank you, me. God does something to us. What does a god do? Protect? Love? Protect or love, maybe? Okay. Ooh, this... Forgot about this. I will say, like, the other... I really thought there was a way to run. I guess not. Okay. I don't like the other puzzles in this game that much. I think that that might be like the weakest part of the game. Are the other puzzles. One of the weakest parts of the game. Actually, I think I should move it here. Whatever. I'm wrong about this. I have to move this now. Like, I get that this is like technically some sort of puzzle, and this is some sort of languagey thing. In that, like, you have to use logic to get your way out of it. It just feels tedious. I did this wrong. Like, I get it that I'm solving it using logic, but I like this game because I get to solve language puzzles. I don't care about this part that much. I'm here for the esotericness. This is not esoteric. This is tedious. And now I finally cleared the path. Okay. Sorry, I complain too much. I love this game and I hate it. Okay, ooh, interesting. Devotees seek God. God blank man human. Shoot. This is another verb that God can do. So, yeah, I like Zelda's puzzles a lot better though. Like, aside from the language parts, this game is dog ass. Like, this is a terrible game. The controls are annoying. Everything is annoying. This person is selling musician. This person is selling instruments. Sorry. So I'm gonna assume that this means instrument. Singular. Singular. Because he has two of them. Huh? Greetings. Me blank instruments. You do something. Alright, what is the first thing he says? I sell. I'm gonna assume this means sell. Oy. I was not looking at that. Sell. Okay. So I can see that inside of this, that's all those things. Yeah, basically. Like, the stealth parts of this would be like equivalent to, I mean, there are stealth parts of Zelda, and I strongly dislike those parts, to be honest too, but they're significantly better than this. I don't know. Zelda's just so much better. There's no fighting in this game. I want to fight. Anyway, so I'm noticing in these two, we have the same exact symbol. Just like we do with the L's from before, right? So there's some sort of shared meaning. with these. So maybe this is the place where one sells instruments. Instrument store, and maybe this is the store, or this is the instrument word. Is he saying hello? Instruments? Maybe not. Oh, maybe it's like, maybe this is an instrument, and maybe this is music, because they should be related things, right? You godverb music. Maybe this godverb thing is like play? I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of for something you do with music. Okay. This is rough. I don't think it's any of those. Yeah, I'm just way out of whack with this. I have no idea what those words mean. I need more data. Ooh, okay. So it seems like this is some sort of like potion shop, maybe. Okay, and there's another store over here we need to look at. Kiki. Aha. Interesting. All right, so now I'm starting to think that the thing for sure does not mean shop. I think it just means it denotes the item. And then this is some sort of abstract representation of the item. So this is a key. What is that up there? So this is the same symbol that we see here, right? And he's making pots. So I'm gonna assume that this is pot and this is pottery, maybe. See, I like that. I like how nonlinear I had to work, how non-linearly I had to work in order to figure out what this old symbol is that I had encountered before. I like that a lot because this is how actual linguistics actually works. Also just realizing that my camera kind of obscures the thing on the top. Where's a good spot? Maybe up here is a good spot. Let's do here for now. Okay. I have to change that for Call of Duty. But anyway, I like that the non-linearity of this, because like when you're working on a language that you don't know and there's no dictionary for the language, you can't like look stuff up online, you're the person figuring out what the hell the language means. You're gonna run into things like this a lot, where you're just like, what does this mean? And it's not until much, much later down the road that you're like, oh, that's what that meant. Yeah. So anyway, what does this guy have to say? Me sell pot. You seek pot. Okay, sick. Oh, sweet, okay. So, let's try that hypothesis. The object is the thing with the half circle on it, and the abstract representation of it is that. So I'm assuming this is pottery. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this. Okay, I'm not right about that, apparently. Let's try it the other way around. So this is either, so it's not that, right? It has to be this. And then your hypothesis is wrong. Terrible. So I would like to think that this is instrument music. So let's just... What does this guy say again? I feel like my original hypothesis is right here. I just don't understand how it's wrong. Some like user error. That should be right, dude. Make. See? Just like that. Okay. There's two options. The photo is ambiguous. Right? Make. The photo is showing an image of a pot. And I have evidence that I know what the word pot is. Don't like that. Don't like that. But it's okay. Whatever. The game's not perfect. As far as I can tell, it's like the only game that's not like text-based, you know? I can do this. That has these conlangs. I already did this one, sorry. Alright, so only other place to go is up here. What's this guy say? Blank negative verb. This is another type of person, isn't it? It has the L, so it's another type of person. Me blank, find that other person. Pottery, blank. Me negative verb, play pottery, blank. It's a little confusing. Alright, he's looking for someone. I know who he's looking for because I played this game before. There should be a cat over here. Yeah, let's go. Love cats. Oh, you can't pet this one. That's sad. Anything else over here? I need a key to get in that. All I have is a coin. Don't know what to do with the coin yet. I think... Oh, there's nothing over here. Waste of time. Why would you even program and design that part of the level if there's nothing over there? God play you me. See, now I don't think that this word means play, right? Now I think this word means protect, or I already have the word protect glossed somewhere. Maybe hold? Maybe it means hold? I don't know. Kind of looks like protect, though. Alright, what kind of data can you give me? Alright. So this guy is not playing or holding music. I think he likes music. I think he likes music. So that thing down there should say, God likes us. Right? Okay. Is this the... Ooh, okay. This will be interesting later. It's fine. I know what that does, but... So good. Have I done everything on this side? Ah, there we go. Okay. You help me. Yes. Yes, I help you. You man-human temple. Me like you. I think like is correct here. I can't pet... It should be a law that every cat you encounter in this game must be pettable. All right, I know how this works. You're supposed to put these in the order of the cards from the game from before. So the social hierarchy is quite like quite ingrained into everything that they do. All right. So now I have a new hypothesis. This seems to say God doesn't die, or he's overcome death, sort of thing. Now that I'm looking at it, this L, this symbol right here, looks like an L on its side, which we already think L means person. So a person on their side probably means dead, right? Or death. And so now I'm going to assume I was right about this being negative insofar as it means literally negation or no. So I'm going to say God does not die is what this means. Or God is not dead. That is probably what that symbol means because I'm walking into the temple where all the devotees are. Okay. Okay, who else can I talk to? I see, okay. They're looking for this person. They don't know where this person is. Okay, what does this say? I see. So now I have an idea. Okay, I knew who he was before. But this seems like the head honcho, right? How do you spell honcho? Honcho? Is that how you spell honcho? Head. Honcho. Honcho? Yeah, honcho. That's the head honcho of the devotees. In other words, he's the priest. Okay. Ooh, I don't think I know the word for plant. What did I say was death? I said this was death. Huh. I don't know what this is. Ah. Plant. Okay. Sick. Am I missing anything? This one. Yeah, I remember last time this taking me a long time to figure out too. See, negation is totally wrong. It's like forbid is the word. Okay. Damn it. Where's the positive adjective? Ascend. Okay, that's not right. I kind of think this is negation. No. No. Doesn't that kind of look like negation? Yeah, everybody's gonna say to me. See, this takes way too long to establish that this is happening. Right. I need a whiteboard if I'm going to keep taking questions from the audience. That means something. And I don't have anything to put in there. So I'm in the wrong time to do this. Wait, come back, come on. Let me leave with you. Oh my god. Okay. I need some sort of decoder to cipher to get rid of that. I'm not gonna waste my time, because I already know what's going on. Right. Something new to say, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You're seeking the preacher. Ah, the key is in one of those. Okay. You go past over there. Preacher like that. Right. This is a place where pots are. I don't know. I don't know what to call that. They have like a special word for it. I think it's like Abbey or something. But this is over here to the right. Right? I dislike the camera movement. It gives me a fucking headache. So now I'm looking at all the things. He told me explicitly that it's in a what, like one of the pots with stripes. So I already know which one it is. It's gonna be over here, I thought. Wow, I do not want to have to handle all of that. Oh, X is the way to do it. Okay. So it's between... Alright. It's a short boy. Actually, it kind of looks like that up there. Nice. Also takes way too long to do that. Can I put the cat yet? Yeah. Okay. What is the place where the pots are? Can I open this now? Sweet. Ooh. Potion. I need that. It's mine now. That's the cipher that I was looking for earlier. Okay. Me find that. Blank find God. Me go past to that place. Which, if this means dead, this is the place where the dead people are, which is called a cemetery in English. And me go past temple. The preacher. Okay. Me find... I'm going to assume this is the thing. Cipher? Is this the cipher? Cipher find God. Me go past cemetery. Me go past temple. Oh, gosh, I gotta do another thing. Alright, I think this is called the cipher. We've known for a while that this means key. I think this is pot, and I think this is potion. Yeah! It's nice to get it on the first try. Is there anything else that I'm missing here? There's quite a lot of things that I'm missing here. Huh. Lots of things going on here. Anyway, I'm able to go back up to the thing. Go back to the church. So now I have the cipher. I don't remember what the cipher does. Okay, sorry. Huh? Okay. Man, human, devotee. Man blank devotee. Man does something to the devotee. Okay, what's up here? Okay, move everything to that symbol. And we get a new message. Devotee does something to God. Maybe this means follow. Which one was that? Which word was that? I think it's this word that we're seeing. Ah! I wonder if the guy was saying follow. This is all wrong. Fudge. Oh, wait. Wait, what am I doing? Get back in line, get back in line. Ugh. The best part about this game is the waiting. It's so good, dude. I love waiting in video games. Okay. The devotee follows instrument? That doesn't sound right. So now I don't know about that verb being follow. Preacher. Protect love, man, human. I remember this now. Okay. Alright, this makes more sense once you go into the cemetery. But I'm just gonna... I don't wanna spoil it. I'll spoil it. The word means looks at. Alright, thanks, preacher man. That's the preacher. Oh, I've never been to this crossroads. Now this has to be temple, right? If I knew what this was, I could figure out what the hell this was. I have way too many temples, huh? I thought one of these is supposed to be tower, right? Whatever. Okay. What's down here again? Oh, I'm trying to go to the cemetery, sorry. Okay. For some reason I thought I'd been here before. There's no slide canceling in this game, dude. Sad. Dude doesn't want to talk to you. To the cemetery. Okay. Ah. Garden? Oh. Damn. No. Yeah, that means cemetery. I'm sorry, I was just trying to walk through. You're seeking God? Church help you. No. Oi. Oh, that. Okay. God looks at you, me. So that's where you learn it means looks at. Okay. Okay. Finally, we learn the word for help. Where's protect love? Where did I say that? Looks at. Fudge. Something's wrong. Okay. All right, let's. So annoying. This is definitely a negation. Help is 100% already taken care of. Like is weird. Free. Okay. I'm kind of doing this by the wrong way, but definitely feel good about looks at. Protect love. Ah, talks. God talks to us is what it was saying. There we go. Sweet. All right. So what is my... say here? The man looks at the devotee. This is the man up here. Oh, this is so fast. Okay. Man look at the devotee. Devotee looks at God. Done. The preacher talks to the man. And God looks at the instrument. And done. Okay, that is the first level of the Chants of Sennaar. Done. Okay. Pick that shit up. Oh, that's not the preacher. Oh, shoot. That's right. The preacher's dead in here. Sorry, preacher man. I hate how the camera lags behind the character. Jesus. Yep, there's preacher man. Sag. Poor guy. Like I haven't gone down. This is where I came in. I think I want to go left if possible. Oh, I want to go to follow that. actually go down here? Oh, there we go. Trying to turn off the water. Son of a gun. Oh. This is why you have to constantly play this game and hold down RB. So you can see what you're supposed to interact with. I know it's kind of like shitty, but like I'm here to solve language puzzles. I'm not here to play with a stupid like mechanic. Honestly, the camera movements give me fucking like a headache. Just like not being in charge of the camera. Alright. GG's. I'm gonna stop it there, dude. I can't play more than that at a time. Sweet, that is the first level. I will be playing the rest of it at a point, at some point. You know what I should do? I should change. Hold on, stay on scene 2. I should. I need to have a video capture device. There we go, yeah, I want that. Oh, that's not gonna work, huh? Well, shucks. Alright, never mind. Get rid of that. We'll just stick with that. Alright, GG's. That is it for the first level. Thanks for watching.